Right, fractions. To be able to divide fractions, get your heading lesson objective down, dates in Welsh, underline with a ruler please, usual suspects. Off you go, hit pause, when you're ready to move on, hit play again. Okay, write starter down. Okay, here's our starter for today. Starter N4D. Off you go. Hit pause when you're ready to go through the answers, hit play again. Attempt all questions. Okay, usual suspects again. Will, Alice, get something down. Right, let's have a go at these questions here. First one is -8 plus -5. We've been doing negatives, so better have got this one right. So it'll be -8. Plus and the minus gives you a minus. So that should give you -13. Part 2, we've got this formula. It gives us C cost is equal to n times 15, number of hours times 15, plus the standard charge. We always write the formula. We want to find the cost for 2 hours work this time. So in this case, in part A, C is going to be 2 times 15 plus the standard charge of 22. That's going to be 30 plus 22, which is equal to £55. Sorry, £52 even. £52. Part B, we want to find the number of hours, and they've given us the standard charge and the cost. So the formula is the same. C equals n times 15 plus the standard charge. And so we can change the substitute for the letters. So it's 90 as the cost is equal to n times 15 plus a standard charge of £30. So we've got a float and ping and escalator question, which means that if I can change my pen color, let's use blue. That means I can float my 30 over to the left hand side there. Let's go back to red. And that gives me 90, take away 30, which is equal to n times 15. 90 take away 30 is 60, which is equal to n times 15, or 15n. And to get the n on its own, I take my 15 down the escalator. There, oops, let's draw the steps again. And so you got 60 divided by 15 equals n, and 60 divided by 15 is 4. So that means that n is equal to 4. Here I've got to add 1 out of 6 plus 3 out of 4. Now I'm sure you'll remember how to do this. We've got to look for the lowest common denominator. What do 6 and 4 both go into? Okay, you've got your 6 times table and your 4 times table. And look, 12. Okay, I hope nobody multiplied the two numbers together and got 24, because you just make it a lot more difficult. Okay, to get to 12, I've got to times the 6 by 2, so I times the numerator by 2, which gives me 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 out of 4, I've got to times the denominator by 3, so I multiply the numerator by 3, which gives me 9. So my answer is going to be 11 out of 12. And final question on this page, 5 miles equals how many kilometers? Well, 5 miles is equal to 8 kilometers. You all know that now. I'm sure everybody got that right. And 5 goes into 25 5 times. So I'm going to multiply the 8 by 5 to give me 40 kilometers. Good. A couple more questions before you rag it. There you go. Hit pause when you're ready to go through the solutions, hit play again. Okay, so Jack's on holiday in Spain. Exchange rate is £1 equals 1.2 euros. So I always write it down like this, to euros. And that's £1 to £1 20. So £200 is going to be 200 times 1.2, which will give me 240 euros. And the last bit, I've got to divide X pounds in a ratio of 1 to 2. Any answers out there? Well, if I'm going to share it in a ratio, I've got my 3 steps. Add, divide, multiply. I add my ratios, which gives me a total of 3 shares. 1 share and 2 shares give me 3 shares. Divide the amount, X pounds, divided by 3. Now, we always talk about it. X divided by 3, we write it like a fraction. Okay, X over 3. And then I multiply 1 and 2, the ratios, by X over 3. Which gives me the smaller ratio is 1 times X over 3, which is just X over 3. And the larger ratio is 2 times X over 3, which is 2X over 3. So that's my answer then, the larger ratio. Okay, so what I want you to do now is rag rate your work, copy any corrections down in green, and let's have a look at dividing fractions. Right, this first instance, we start simply, divide a fraction by a whole number. So the steps are, we multiply it. So we change the division into multiplication. We multiply it by what's known as the reciprocal of the number. So that's our rule, invert and multiply. This first instance here, I've got 5 over 8 divided by 3. So 3, I can see it as 3 over 1. I don't like doing division in fractions, so I change it to multiplication. So that's going to give me, when I invert it, 5 over 8 times 1 over 3. Instead of times 3 over 1, I change this into 1 over 3. I can now do a times. And I can just do a straight times. 5 times 1 is 5. 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, so I look at that 3 and I change it from 3 to 1 over 3 because that's just a 3 over 1. Let's have a look at this one, another example. So let's have a look at this example here. I've got 7 over 24 divided by 6. Now, that's normally 6 over 1. You could write it like this. You could say it's equal to 7 divided by 24 divided by 6 over 1. Anything divided by 1 is just itself. Now, that's the same thing as 7 over 24 times, and I flip this over. That's inverted. 1 over 6, which is equal to 7 over 24 times 6. I'm going to do it in the margin. 6 times 4 is 24, carry 2, 12 plus 2, 144. 7 over 144. Job done. Write the 2 examples down, and when you're ready, I've got 9 questions for you to do. So write classwork and off we go. So here's your classwork. Quick as you can. Good. And we'll look at some answers now when you're ready. Out of 5, 1 out of 25, 1 out of 36, 5 out of 32, and so on. Okay, rag it, and we'll look at some more division then. Okay, so we're going to look at dividing by a fraction. So we got 4 divided by 2 over 3. because we're dividing by 2 over 3, we can change that to 4 over 1 times, and we flip that on over. Instead of 2 over 3, we flip it to 3 over 2, which is now 12 divided by 2, which is 6. Some of you might have noticed you could have cancelled the 2 and the 4. 2 goes here 1, 2 goes here 2 times, and 2 times 3 gives you 6. Okay. This example, we got 6 divided by 4 over 5. Now that's the same thing as 6 over 1 times, and we flip the fraction over, 5 over 4. That's going to give me 30 divided by 4. Can I simplify that? Yep. 2 goes here 2 times. 2 goes here 15 times. So 15 over 2. And I'm happy with that. That's the right answer. But I can simplify it from an improper fraction into a mixed number. 2 goes into 15 7 times, remainder 1. So either of those answers then. So what I want you to do is copy this example down, and when you're ready, hit play and you can do some questions for me. Okay, you got your 9 questions there. Off you go, quick as you can. Hit pause when you're ready to have a look at the answers. Hit play again. Right, let's get these answers for you. So check your answers on the board and rag it. And when you're ready, we move on to the next section then. So this time we're going to be dividing by general fractions. Okay, by general fractions. Again, we multiply by the reciprocal, so it's invert and multiply. If we look at this here, it says 3/4 divided by 2/3. So we keep the 3/4. We always keep what's on the left hand side the same, and then we flip the 2/3. So it's 3 over 4 times, and we flip the second one, 3 over 2. That gives us 9 over 8. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 2 is 8. So 9 over 8. I'm happy with 9 over 8, but can I simplify that further? How many times does 8 go into 9? 1, remainder 1. So it'll be 1 and 1 over 8. Let's try another example. So it's 11 over 12 divided by 2 over 9. We keep the 11 over 12, anything on the left we keep exactly the same, and we invert or we flip the 2 over 9. So it becomes 11 over 12, stays the same, times, which I can do, 9 over 2. So I've got 11 times 9 is 99, divided by 2 times 12, which is 24. Can I simplify that? Yes. How many times does 24 go into 99? 4, remainder 1, so it'll be 4 and 1/8. So what I want you to do is write these 2 examples down, copy them into your notes, and when you're ready, we're going to have a look at some classwork. So write classwork when you're finished and hit play. There are your 9 questions. Off you go. Once you're ready to have a look at the answers, hit play again and we'll go through the solutions. Okay, I'm going to put the answers up for you. Check them in your books. Tick them across. Once you've checked them all, rag it, and hopefully you got them all right. And now it's your turn to do some classwork for me. And here's your classwork then. Exercise 4.4. Start with multiplying fractions first, and then it progresses on to division. Off you go. Good luck. Oops. And we got division on the following page then. Good.